I'm driving, but I'm keeping it safe. I got my seatbelt on. I want to talk about briefly the great opportunity for funding that there is for self-employed realtors, whether you're on a team, whether you're a solo agent, whether you just recently got in real estate not too long ago. There is some funding out there for you. As of the administrator that's funding this funding, it's going to be good to the beginning of 2022. So as soon as you finish watching this video and you hear how to apply and where to apply and what you need to apply, you need to go apply. Don't second guess yourself. Don't miss this opportunity. I know real estate's been great this year, yet a lot of people last year had slow months. I know even some brokerages like Keller Williams, ourselves, the actual office had shut down, and kids being home, it just made it tough. A lot of realtors are women, so I don't know the percentage, but I know a good percentage of realtors are women. And with COVID and having to stay home with the kids, I know that just really affected a lot of people's pockets. So again, this video is going to help you find funding that can help you just kind of maybe recoup from some of the expenses you had to spend. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm just gonna dive right into it. Maybe you heard of the program and didn't even realize that you were eligible, or maybe you never heard of the program. But through the SBA, it's the EIDL program, and to me, it is right up there with the PPP. It's a great program. Now, it's twofold. The EIDL funding is twofold. It's a grant, and then one portion of it is a loan. Now the loan portion is a simple interest 3.75 loan, 75% loan, in which you need a 570 bare minimum credit score to be eligible. And it's a 30-year loan, so as in real estate, it's a longer loan. If you eligible to get up to, let's say, $25,000 or less, there's no collateral needed. Just to kind of give you a thought on a $25,000 loan over 30 years, what the payments have been that I've been seeing are around $115 to $125. So you got, and one of the pluses with that as well is for the first 2 years you can actually defer payments. So if you're really in like a hardship situation, you can actually defer your payment for these first 2 years with no penalty, and you can catch back up when you can. So that can be big for some people if they want to just get back recuperated. And most of the time, if you do the right things, within 2 years they can get you back on your feet. We have a lot of expenses that we have in business as realtors, and oftentimes we pay for a lot of things that aren't beneficial to us. So I always ask myself, or you should ask yourself, how beneficial would 25,000 or even more of working capital be for you? Now, other than having a 570 credit score, eligibility needs are, you need to have filed your 2019 taxes. Now, a lot of people say, well, hey, I did, but I didn't claim a lot of money. I'm just honest. People say that. And the beautiful thing about the SBA program is they understand that. So they didn't go off of your net, they went off of your gross income, and then they deduct your cost of goods, and that's pretty much how they come up with the equation of how much money, if you have the credit score, that you would be eligible for. So just to make numbers easy, let's say that you made $50,000 gross, and your cost of goods of 2019 was $25,000. So you subtract 25 from 50, and that's 25,000, right? You multiply that times 2, so you would have a pre-approved eligibility as long as your credit credentials were good of 50,000. That's for the loan portion, and this can be application can be put in at the SBA.gov under the EIDL. I mean, it's very straightforward. I'll make sure I leave a direct link below. It should take you maybe about 15 minutes to complete the application. Amongst completing it, you will need, if you operate with an EIN number, that you'll need the address and information you use for your 2019 business taxes. and you need your bank account, because they will ask you, even though you hadn't got funded yet, we want to be ahead of the curve, and let's get your bank information for funding. Now the grant portion, which Congress set it up this way, and I'm not as happy with, but the grant portion is demographically based. So what I mean by that, on your 2019 tax return, whatever address that you are associated with, there's a map link that I'm going to put below, and you can literally put your address in, and the easiest way to see if you're eligible is if your address comes back purple. So when you put it in, if it's purple, you're good to go. If it comes back yellow, then that means technically you're not eligible for the grant due to that map. They say there's a lot of push for Congress to possibly change that, but it's a little bit later in the program, so I'm just not feeling strongly about that, because the program does end at the 1st of 2020, unless, you know, changes are made and they add more. But there's so much funding still left from the program, I just don't really see that happening. So you want to check the map first, I would say, before you do anything, and because some people know that they're just not going to take a loan. But if you check the map and it comes back purple, what you have to do is to trigger the invitation to the grant. Now listen to me on this, pay attention. To trigger the invitation to the grant, what you have to do is you have to go ahead and apply for the loan. Whether you get approved or declined, what the SBA will do is they'll send you an invitation to the grant. Now when they send you an invitation to the grant, you have to fill out the grant form. You log in, it wants to know, again, all your address and EIN information. It actually will have it saved from the loan that you completed. So what you do is just pretty much confirm that it's correct, and then it has a spreadsheet at the end of that grant invitation that you just need to fill out accordingly. It talks about your monthly gross receipts for 2019, 2020, and 2021. And what they're looking for is to see that there's a reduction of business between 2019 to 2021, because 2019 was pre-pandemic or pre-COVID, and 2020 would have been COVID. So there should have been, within an 8-week period, or could have been, should have been or could have been, a reduction of business within 30%. If so, then that makes you eligible amongst having the color purple, low income demographic business address. And a lot of people say, well, I know I'm not low income, I know where I'm at. Just, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what's not low income and what is. You'll be like, whoa, what is up with this map? So you want to check that map in the link below. I want also for you to, you know, if you like things like this, if you like to hear about funding as realtor or another professional, to hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button, to hit the notification button, and to just leave a comment below if you feel that in this video that you're watching as well, that maybe I missed something or I didn't explain something thoroughly. Please ask me in the comment below. That's what they're there for, because, you know, man, we ain't perfect people. Even when we're doing real estate transactions, they got arrows and omissions, because they know that we possibly could mess something up, right? So we protected against that. So I'm not too, you know, I'm not above that. But that's a great program for realtors. Again, also some good news, or some, I put it like this, some news on the PPP. For me, it's positive, because I know a lot of realtors did not take access to the Paycheck Protection Program funds, maybe because they're a little unaware. But now with all the fraud, with the Paycheck Protection Program, now with all of the just news about it, I'm pretty sure people are more familiar. And a lot of people realize, man, I was really qualified and I missed out. So I do want to say this, that there's a lot of PPP funding remaining. It's a lot, but right now, the EIDL, what I talked to you about, is the best thing smoking. Now you probably say, how is there a lot of PPP funding remaining? Well, just like the fraud I was talking about, a lot of people, money had to be given back, was fraudulent, and so that sits in the pool. Now the thing is, with this sitting in a money pool, the question is, will Congress allow this money to not be taken out of the PPP and put into another bill, which is looking like they're trying to put in the infrastructure bill? But I believe if we locally can beckon our Congress people, business people, to show that we're still hurting, that they'll bring that PPP back or set up another funding situation that's closed. I don't see them creating a whole new thing. It would make more sense because they already have those mechanisms in place to keep going. So I'll just keep watching videos like me, or we have Skip, who's very good with videos like this. If you want to watch Skip or download the Skip app, that is a great thing to do as well, because it can really keep you in the game. Also, if you're a business owner, real estate professional, and you yourself just want to never miss a funding opportunity again, you want to see exactly how to set your business up to be able to not only receive this SBA funding, but to receive other funding that's similar, what you should do is you should visit the link below for the Fund My Biz. And it's a third-party company that we have established that helps your business, or you as a self-employed person, stay in the loop with all funding. And this is a sensitive thing, but sometimes the funding does go off of your nationality or if you're a woman. I mean, sometimes it's discriminatory. I'm just being honest. And so a lot of times we ask for the information to see how we can connect you with more funding. If you want a one-on-one consultation to see if you or your business should do other things to help you qualify for funding, we can do that. You may ask, well, hey, how are you qualified yourself? You're not a CPA, you're not a tax professional, you're just a real estate agent, Stormy, and you're just a business owner. How are you qualified? Well, I'll put it like this: just through doing this, just for being an entrepreneur for the last 10 years, COVID hit us really hard. And when it hit us hard, it put me in a position to just search for funding, search for help. And as I was doing it, I was passing knowledge. And I was passing knowledge, literally helped over thousands of businesses get funding through SBA type programs, and even other funding programs as I started to reach and research. So, we have a good database of small businesses and self-employed people that, have trusted in us to help them find funding, and actually found it. We've been able to help people in a cohesive manner to receive over millions of dollars in funding. So no, it's not as big as some of the other companies, some of the other businesses you see out here. Yet, our goal is to kind of keep that one-on-one, personalized opportunity where we can still talk to people, we still can Zoom with people. For the people who are local, they can come in, and we can really put a play together, not only just to help you get working capital and maybe free money or low interest loans, but also just to kind of see where we can meet the bridge to set your business up to make your offer better, so that you can fund your business, right? Because you can fund your business with the right offer, with the right verbiage, with the right word, with the right know-how. Yourself, you don't have to have anybody give anything to you if you're making your offer enough, right? Just like I'm doing right now. If you're making your offer enough, eventually somebody's gonna say, hey, I want to know more about that. But let's say you're making your offer too much. Not too much, let me take that back, that's the wrong word. Let's say you're making your offer frequently, but you're not getting as frequent results, then maybe there's a tweak that you need to make in your offer, because you're doing the consistent things of making it, but now we need to change the language a little bit. It's like going fishing for bass, but you got catfish bait. I'm from the South. See, if you fishing for bass, you fishing on top of the water with an action lure that's quick, that triggers what a bass likes to see and how a bass naturally hunts, right? And you have things that catch their eye and move fast, because that's how they like to hunt. But if you fishing with chicken livers on the bottom of the lake or the bottom of the creek, and you expecting to catch bass, you may catch a bass here and there, yet you more than likely gonna catch catfish. So I'm saying all that to say, either way you fishing, but what are you fishing for? Are you fishing for the correct things? So we want to be able to help you with that at fundmybiz.online. Also, if you're a real estate agent, newer agent, and you just need help attracting clients, you don't know, it's like you're bombarded and you just want one play to make it happen. You're looking for that one and all play. Look into the Super Solo Agent. My partner Quintella, done millions of dollars in real estate by herself with a team. Grew a team with Keller Williams, a mega agent, a rainmaker, all that good jazz. Me and her partnered together with the Super Solo Agent such a beautiful program for new realtors or realtors who want to rejuvenate and start back attracting clients like they used to. They're looking for that, they're having a problem just staying consistent. They're having a problem just, knowing what to do and when to do that. That program's definitely something you want to look into. So I just appreciate y'all. Hopefully this funding that we talked about in this video helps you for realtors and even other professionals. Again, like I say, it's not the PPP, but it's just as good. And you need to go grab this funding. Check all the links below. Do what you got to do. Hopefully the ride wasn't too shaky. I'm blessed to be here. And as I always say, if you watching, you blessed to be here. Have a great day.